Hey everybody, it's Mike here. Welcome to the channel and welcome to a new video in Autodesk Maya. Well, today we are doing a subscriber request, right? If you ever modeled a street scene, then chances are you will be dealing with parasols or sunshades, depending on what you call it where you live, but something looking like this, right? Now, there are actually multiple ways to model this, and some are more successful than others. The least optimal way would be to kind of manually model all the cloth and how it droops and whatnot, because that's not it's time consuming and it's not accurate, right? So I'll show you an easy method to do it more natural. All right. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a cube and I'm going to hit R to scale it out like this. And then we're going to scale the whole thing down quite a bit, make it a bit longer, hit W and move it out to about there. All right. If you look at it from the top view here, you can see that this is my crossing in the middle, my center point, and it's not touching. So there's an opening in the middle, right? I'm going to hit the insert key, which is the key left of the home key and just on top of the delete key, right? And what we're going to do is we're going to hold an X and we're going to snap it to the center and hit the insert key again, right? Next up, we're going to Control D to duplicate, E to rotate, hold down J and snap it like this, right? Then we're going to hold down Shift and hit D a number of times until we get this, right? Okay. Now, this is the frame for our parasol. It's flat so far, so what we're going to do is we're going to select it, we're going to go to our modeling menu, and we're going to go to mesh, and then we're going to go to combine. And then we can grab the inner vertices, right-click vertex, drag select, hit W, and raise that up. All right. Now, let's say this is the frame that you want, right? Okay, next up what you need is cloth to put on top of it, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to grab a cylinder and we're going to hit R and we're going to scale this out until we reach the outer diameter a little bit further of our parasol, right? We're going to right click, go to face, we're going to get rid of all of this. So we just have the top part right here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here, and actually what I'll do is because I want an opening in the top, I don't have to but I want to, so we're going to go to edge and double click, Control E to extrude, R to scale, and then we're going to take the whole thing and scale it down again until we're basically the same size as our frame, like that, right? Okay, this might be a bit too big. Scale it in a little bit. There you go. That's what I want. Yeah? Okay, now what we're going to do next is we're going to get rid of those interfaces. So we're going to hold on the Tab key and we're going to select them and we're going to hit delete. And then we're going to make sure that this is a little bit elevated. Okay, like that. Yeah? Okay, so next up what we're going to do is add subdivision, because without subdivision this won't work correctly. Okay, so with this selected we're going to go to mesh and we're going to go to smooth, and let's set this to 3 so we get something looking like this. All right, now next up we need to add a specific field or property to it, in this case nCloth, right? So we're going to go from modeling to the FX menu, we're going to go to nCloth and we're going to create nCloth. This will turn it into an nCloth, and you can see in the outliner right now that we now have a nucleus and an nCloth 1. But if I hit play, you'll see it won't interact with the frame. It will just drop straight down, right? So I'm going to jump back to frame 1, and I'm going to select my frame, and I'm going to go under nCloth, and I'm going to click on Create Passive Collider, right? Now, if I hit play, it will drop on top of our parasol. I can just stop the sliding animation, right? And now it looks very, very natural. Now, if I'm happy with the looks of it, right, what I can do to make sure it doesn't keep on, because it's still running right now, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to select it. I'm going to go to Edit, Delete by Type, and History. Now, if I hit play, it doesn't matter. It won't change anything. Now, the only problem now is that the inside is black. So what you can do is, with this selected, go to Extrude. Give it a thickness of, let's say, 0.01. Is that enough? That's enough, yeah. And there you have it. Now, this is a simple object that you can now move around. You can move it up, you can move it around, you can do whatever you want with it. And you can even go as far as deleting the frame. If you have a topology restraint, right, you don't want to have too much polys in your scene, you can do that. You can even remesh this to make it lower poly if you have a lot of budget restriction. But this is the process I would use for modeling it, right? Of course, you put in the vertical, and there you go. So yeah, that's how I would do it. Hopefully it was helpful for you guys. So let me know if you got any questions or any comments. And that said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.